Aloha, welcome, and thank you for being here. My name is Michelle Hughes, and I'm called Shell. Today is the 3rd of May, 2025, and what I'm sharing today is a message of rest, of resting when that's what we're being called to do, is to rest. In this moment, I'm thinking about rest as an art, like an art, a talent, something that we intentionally create in our life. Relationship with rest, the spirit of rest. In the last few days, I have experienced a challenge just taking care of myself. Like it has been hard to do the things that I normally do to take good care of myself. It's taking me twice as long to do things. And I'm just having to do less. For example, it was difficult for me to do my own dishes today. Yesterday I was out of town. I was with a friend. I went to my hometown, which is a couple hours away, so it was like 4 hours of driving, a visit with a friend, and the day before that, 2 hours of driving, and a long visit with a friend. And even though these were like really just like heart opening, wonderful connections with friends, doing art, and connecting, they were also happening at a time where I'm needing to rest. And I was out in the world sharing myself because I had made these plans, and also learning through how I feel today that it's okay to say, not today, I need rest. And in the days before that, I went with my beloved to, we were gonna take care of some business, run some errands, but first take a friend to lunch that he had plans with. And I was so exhausted afterwards. So exhausted afterwards. Because even though this was a really good person that we were with, someone I care about, a really well-intending person, this person talked for 3 hours and never opened the conversation to ask a question of like, how are you guys doing? What's going on with you? It was just this person shared story for 3 hours and didn't listen or tune into how we were feeling. And so I left that feeling like, wow, this is a really big lesson for me in being okay with excusing myself, even from a restaurant, from some dear people, to say like, I'm gonna go sit in the car and do my art. I actually had my sketchbook in the car. Like, I'm gonna excuse myself and just go isolate and do some art. This is draining. I wouldn't say that, but it was. And so what's coming up for me is this reminder that sacrificing my energy, my time, and my presence it's not good for me, and it's not good for anyone else. So, yeah, being okay with the next time I'm at a long lunch with people and it's just all one-sided conversation, like being okay to say, I'm complete and thank you, and excusing myself. I'm really feeling that today. I mean, even excusing myself to just go take a nap in the car would have been better for me, better for my body and my energy body, because what many people are not aware of, and this was me for a long time in my life, I was unaware that being an excessive talker and not listening to others is a form of energetic vampirism. It is a form of just draining others' energy. This might be you. It was me for years. Or you might have family or friends who are like this, and you might realize, like, whoa, sometimes I'm with this person who I love, but my gosh, they talk for 3 hours straight, and then I'm tired always after we're together. Like, that is a form of energy draining, or you could call it energy vampirism. Yeah, and in recent years, I've actually been pretty, I've actually experienced what it's like to be fully in my sovereign state, where I'm not allowing anyone to draw energy from me. But in the last 3 weeks, I have been dealing with an addiction. I've been having a cup of coffee every morning for about 3 weeks now. Not this morning. This morning I woke up and I was like, okay, my body and my spirit and every part of me is like, enough is enough. Like, you got what you needed to learn, and now the lesson is all unfolding for you, so enough is enough. But yeah, it's so interesting, like being the neutral observer of what's happened, right? Like, I'm not upset with myself that I had coffee every morning for 3 weeks, and I was sort of in a personal battle about it because I was noticing my hormones change. I was noticing how my period was different. This month I noticed how my emotional state felt different. I hadn't had any PMS symptoms in I don't know how long, and this month I felt emotional. My liver, which coffee affects, right? The liver processes all the toxins we take into our body. So right away, like within the first week of me drinking coffee each morning, 1 cup of coffee, and already my body was like, no, this line right here on the face has to do with the liver organ. So if you get a breakout like on your brow line, you know your liver is speaking to you. You can like Google a face map, and it'll tell you what organs are where on the body. But I had like 3 or 4 pimples right on my brow line the first week I was drinking coffee, and I knew, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, liver. I know I'm sorry, but please, like, be patient with me. I'm just going through something right now where I'm like feeling this call to add this caffeine into my morning. Yeah, so I was recognizing, like, whoa, I'm dealing with addiction right now. And what I experienced this week being around other people is that in the months leading up to it, when I wasn't dealing with any active addictions, I I really got to experience how when I am in a pure, sovereign state, that I can be around other people and witness and also hold my own sovereign energy field and not pick up what's in the field around me. Whereas in recent days, it's like cats. I have a cat in my lap. Cats carry fleas, ticks where we live, because we live out here in the woods. They actually get ticks. And I love them. I don't stop touching them, petting them, hugging them because they have ticks, but I know to be cautious and check myself after. And the same goes for us humans. The tick is the physical parasite that we see that attaches to cats. But we as people have unseen energetic parasites that attach to us. And when we think about like the spirit of joy, the spirit of hope, there is also the spirit of addiction, the spirit of anger. There is a spirit to everything we experience here. Everything. And those spirits have attachments or other beings, entities, spirits that are a part of them. So like when we know someone who needs prayer, someone who's sick, and we intentionally direct our prayer of love, prayer of healing energies, we're directing the spirit of prayer to that person. We are intending the spirit of healing towards that person. Well, the same thing happens when we're around somebody who has anger or rage. That person has the spirit of rage with them, and there are spirits and attachments that come along with that. So when we are vulnerable, because we ourselves have addiction going on, then these attachments and spirits that are hanging out with other people can very easily hang out, catch a ride with us. They're like hitchhikers. So if you think about somebody that you love very much that has, let's say, a spirit of alcohol addiction. I'm going to use an old one from my life, right? And you hug this person. You see them and you hug them, and maybe you yourself have like a shopping addiction or something going on in your life that creates a vulnerability in your energy field. Then these attachments like hop on from one person to the next like hitchhikers. So then we've got not only the spirits that are attached to what we've got going on, but now we've picked up some others and we've got those as well. So we've all been taught here, if you're living in the modern world of the United States, we've mostly been taught, right? You brush your teeth twice a day. You wash your hair when your scalp is dirty. You wash your clothes when your clothes are dirty. You wash your dishes after you use them. So we've been trained to like wash and clean physical, material parts of our lives. What I was not taught, and what is not common knowledge, it's not taught in the schools, it's not taught in the church, but it is more important than any physical material cleansing that you could do. It's more important than washing your car, and it's more important than washing your clothes. It is washing your own energetic field. It is clearing and cleansing all of the little attachments that we pick up from our own vulnerabilities and from those in our environment. When we were at lunch the other day with our friend, some people came and they sat at a table probably about 4 feet away from where we were sitting. And the woman's clothing smelled so strongly like detergent that it was like a laundromat just came into my environment. And because I have been so sensitive from cleansing, my nose and my energy sense just picked up this like offensive forever chemical off the clothing that the woman was wearing. So it's in all of our environments, every day, all of us, none of us are free and clear from the toxicity and attachments that exist all around us. If you work in an environment with a lot of other people, you've got what they're bringing in. If you're physically touching and handling things between other people, and when you get home at night and you brush your teeth and you take your shower, if you're not also intending to energetically cleanse and clear all of the spirits, energies, and entities, attachments, cords that you have picked up throughout your day, then they're just continuing to build on you. And this is what happens when this happens continuously for years and years. Then you get people who hear things and they can't discern whether what they're hearing is their thought or not. They're like, gosh, it's like, why am I thinking this? Well, a lot of times it's not sourced from the person themselves. The voices and the messages and the signs and the signals and the things that they are picking up on are coming from all of the attachments, the little hitchhikers that are just feeding off of them in their field and changing their own thought forms and feelings. So I'm sharing all of this because there is a war over human consciousness that has been taking place for a very, very long time. And it is in its most extreme and intense phase and cycle right now. And I also want to share this because whatever chaos that you might see going on in the outside world, like wars happening in other countries, wars happening around the world, wars happening in your own communities, all of this major division that's being created, getting people to fight and be divided about all the beliefs that people have. If you can imagine that for everything that manifests in this material world that we see these wars happening, we're experiencing this happening in our physical reality, it's all happening on the unseen levels first. Then it expresses into the physical. So it's sort of like, you can imagine, like, I was thinking of the movie The Matrix, but everything is happening first internally and then expressing externally. So if you're seeing a lot of chaos around you, if you're seeing ticks on the cats in your environment or fleas on the dogs around you or something, these are all symbols of what is happening also on the inner energetic landscape of your life. And this isn't to create any fear, it's to create awareness. Because it's time for all of us to become conscious and aware of the realities that we live in. These energetic realities that create our manifested experience in the world. So right now, the message I'm getting is rest if you're being guided to rest. And include in your own personal hygienic routine, the clearing and the cleansing of all of the unseen energies and entities and cords that you are and have been picking up from others in your environment, from the world at large, from your own behaviors. Intend to release them, to clear and cleanse them like you would brush your teeth. You could even practice twice a day while you're brushing your teeth, that you are imagining that every energetic cord, every energy and entity that is not you, that is not sourced from you and your heart, that you are releasing, letting go, and any openings that are being created as you are releasing and letting go, any openings you're filling with love and light from your own heart. Because we also don't want to leave open holes and portals in our energy field. So anytime you remove something, you want to fill that with light. So thank you, dear friends, for taking this time to listen and communicate with me through your presence. It's an energetic form of communication that I know those of you that are meant to receive this are, exactly as it's intended. And it's intended for the greatest good of all of life, to help expand our own conscious awareness about the reality of our lives and just how magical we are, and how important it is that we learn new forms of personal hygiene. The releasing, letting go, clearing, and cleansing of that we don't see, but that we feel. Beloved community, thank you. I will complete here this day and be with you again soon. Mahalo.